Hey guys! Welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you've joined me for another session of just talking about everything emotional healing. I hope this journey has been somewhat healing and just causing you to think about your life and how you see yourself, how you value yourself, how you see your time, and just appreciating yourself more, because essentially everything that we're talking about is helping us get to the point where we value ourselves for who we are. We recognize that we bring such a wonderful, unique gift to the world that is you and me, and that ultimately, as we heal ourselves and we heal our life, we will find and discover every single thing that we desired our lives to be. Without much further ado, I just want to jump straight into this topic for today's episode, and that is actually walking ourselves through the change that is going on in our lives and actually allowing ourselves to accept, recognize, and go on this journey. I realized that as I've been doing this channel, I've just been challenging us, I've been challenging myself, and some days I wake up and I'm like, ugh, I'm just so tired of working on these things and working on my emotional health, and I can see the benefits, but boy, am I tired. Like, why should I continue today? But this is why I'm doing this one today. It's just a little encouragement injection, because I believe that, sometimes it's really hard to accept that there is something inside of us that needs addressing. Sometimes it's just really hard to actually address the pain or that situation that you may find knocking on your heart, knocking on your door. And I just want to encourage us today how and why we should and can address these things. Like, we don't have to let it get to a place where it gets so bad that we can't avoid it anymore. Have you ever experienced that moment where you've just been avoiding that thing that's been knocking on your door, and then all of a sudden it's in your face, you can't get away from it, like you have to deal with it or else it's not going anywhere? I feel like that's been lockdown for most of us, where we're just at that point in our lives where we had all of that space and everything just came to the forefront, and we were just faced with dealing with our emotions, dealing with some of the decisions that we've made in life. That's exactly why what I want to address today is just saying that it's not as bad and not as hard to address something in your life that needs to change. It is not as harrowing as we think it is. It is so doable, and sometimes instead of avoiding that situation when it first comes at us, like, let us go for it no matter how painful it may seem. Like, let us just go and do the hard work that we need to do so that we can move forward in our life. We can move forward, and that's the greatest. Last week there was a situation that happened at the beginning of October that I wasn't able to sort out in the beginning of October because it was with people and we didn't see each other, blah, 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 blah. Fast forward to last week, somebody comes up to me and they're like, well, you have to sort out the situation that happened, and you've got to be the bigger person. It doesn't matter what happened, it doesn't matter the details, like, sort it out. And that had me feeling all sorts of down, all sorts of in my life, and I was just like, oh, really? Do I have to deal with this now? Like, it's my birthday in a few days. I just want to enjoy that. And it was like, actually, no, you really need to address the situation now. And so I did. I addressed the situation, and it turned out that was all I needed to do, was just address the situation, acknowledge my part in the misunderstanding. It was just a misunderstanding, and we both got to move forward. And so sometimes it's as basic as that. It is not as basic as that. Don't hear me wrong. Address things that you really need to address, and that's when you overcome these molehills that we've turned into mountains. And so I just want to encourage you. I hope this is encouraging you so far, that sometimes we avoid things for far too long and then we don't know how to move forward. We take our time and then we just find ourselves stuck, not knowing how to get to the solution. And I want you to change your mindset about issues. I want you to change your mindset about problems. Sometimes we make them more than they are. Sometimes we are hurt and we don't want to acknowledge that we are hurt. And I don't know if anything is making sense, but just don't sit there with things in your heart that are unaddressed and blame somebody else for why these things in your heart are unaddressed. You need to realize that nobody is in our minds, nobody's in our thoughts. The only person who's in our minds and thoughts is the Holy Spirit. If you believe in God, I do. You can't expect other people to know what you're thinking, to know what you're feeling, to know exactly what they did hurt you, because we all have different experiences, we all have different triggers. It's important for us to see, like for me, I had to see a different perspective for a lot of my hurts that were caused in my life, because I didn't realize that people didn't see it from my point of view. I thought that they were cognizant of what they were doing, and actually a lot of the time we're not. We're just human beings. Like, think of how many times you've hurt somebody and then realize how you are cognizant or not cognizant of what's going on in the situation. Unless you are a vindictive person, most of the time we're not out to hurt people, to hurt you. That was probably one of the hardest things I had to hear from my psychologist. She was like, maybe that person was doing the best that they could do in that situation that hurt you. And I was like, really? Really? Can you just imagine? So that's what I mean. When we need to change our perspectives and change our mindsets, we need to realize that sometimes what somebody else is thinking is not what we're thinking. And what we're thinking is not what somebody else is thinking. Our perspectives are so different because we all have unique experiences. And so we need to change the way we view some of these things that are in our life, the way we view some of the hurt that we have, the way we view some of the pain. A lot of it is triggered by unhealed past traumas, unhealed past pains, past rejections, past whatever it is. So you need to recognize that sometimes you may be responding to a friend or a family member from that place that you don't even know got touched, guys. We get touched by our unhealed emotional pain. Like, this is real. Can I just preach? I want us to just pivot a little bit. This has everything to do with embracing change, embracing new perspectives about healing. And this is how a lot of my healing journey came about. And that was that as I was moving to California, when I lived in the States, I lived in New York and then I moved to California. And I wanted to start a blog. And so I was thinking, what can I call this blog? And I was in such a bad state, guys. When I was moving from New York to California, I was so hurt. Like, it was just a season where there was just a lot of pain, rejection, hurt. And I was just so devastated. And I just didn't know how I could live in this world. And if any of these desires of joy that I had and of good friendships that I had, if any of that was going to come to pass, I just didn't see it. I was just devastated, and I was depressed. And so I was thinking, what am I going to call this blog that I want to do? And the name, Finding Grace, came to heart. And I was like, I don't even know what grace means. In the Bible, grace means unmerited favor, something that you cannot earn, something that you don't deserve. And this is something that is available to every single person in this world, because God created every single person in this world. It's unmerited favor. And so for me, I was like, I've never experienced unmerited favor in my life. I've never allowed grace to permeate the parts of my life that really needed that. Like, all I have believed was that I have to earn every single thing in this life. I have to earn my career. I have to earn my friendships. I have to earn love. I have to earn forgiveness. I just had to earn everything. That's what I believe. When I came upon this concept called grace, it just threw me for a loop. But I was also excited because for the first time in my life, I realized that I can stop working hard for everything and earning people's love and affection, earning people's attention, earning what I've already worked for. That's where I found myself. And so I decided that, okay, I've never allowed grace into my life. I've never experienced it in my situations or my circumstances. So I'm going to do something new. And so that's how this concept of finding grace came along for me. And it just turned my world around. I realized there was grace for my life, grace for me in every single situation that I found myself in. I realized that the things that I was trying to earn, that were already mine, there was grace for that. Like, I don't even know how to explain it, but let me explain it this way. I explained that I was trying to earn love and acceptance from my friends and feel like I was worthy of good relationships. And then when I discovered this concept of grace, grace told me, no, from the moment you were born, you are worthy of love. You are worthy of acceptance. These things are inherent inside of you. So you are trying to earn what is already yours. Guys, let me tell you, grace changed everything for me. It even changed the way I was pursuing my healing. I thought I had to work hard and pray hard so that I can be free of depression, so that I can be free of anxiety. But I didn't know that these freedoms were already mine. I just had to learn how to receive it, learn how to welcome, be okay with myself and say, hey, Katama, today, freedom is yours. Grace is yours. Anxiety-free day is yours. Guys, when you realize that some of these concepts that we're trying to embrace and bring into our life are ours, they are inherent, they are put inside of us from birth, you will stop trying to earn and change and be someone you're not. And it helps you learn that you can just embrace and allow what's already inside to come out. And so this is why, for me, it's easier these days to put my finger on those things that hurt, because I know that there is grace that will come in as I touch that place. Grace will come in and flood my life and allow me to heal, allow me to find freedom, allow me to find respite, because some of these painful things really just cause a lot of trauma and drama and restless days and nights, guys. But grace is what makes it easier. Grace is what makes it okay. Grace is what tells you you are worthy. You are all these things that you desire in these areas of pain. You have all of them. You just have to open your heart and your mind to receive the unmerited favor, unconditional love that is available. So, guys, this is all I have to say today. I hope it is encouraging for you. I hope you found some hope in your situation that you're going through right now. And I really, 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 really know that you're going to come out the other side standing alive with more than you could ever hope for or dream of. And that is my prayer for you as well. God will astound you with all that He is, the love that He has available for you, that you would just run into it as you are seeking healing and finding healing and healing broken things and broken places in your life. Honestly, guys, there's nothing better, nothing sweeter than finding these things in life, and they're available. They are so available. Trust me. Hope is out there. Healing is out there. So go for it. Yeah, guys. This was me this week. If you want more encouragement or need some help on some topics about loving yourself, just go check out my channel. I guarantee you will be helped. And yeah, I'm here for you. If you need me, put it in the comments and let's connect. Have a beautiful day, evening. Don't know when you're watching this, but I love you.